We believe that every call is an opportunity for a business, and INCA is always working so you can rest. I have a quick video here. Perfect. So Google did a study back in 2016 that found that small businesses miss 65% of their phone calls, and that means after hours, weekends, when they call and the lines are busy. So most businesses don't have a way to effectively catch that. So one of the things that we've implemented is missed call texting. So if you want to try it out, go ahead and call this number and you can see what missed call texting is and how INCA works. So I'll give you a second to do that. Yeah. So if you go ahead and call that, it's immediately going to go to voicemail, and you'll get a text message from INCA explaining what INCA is a little bit. So you can go ahead and hang up as soon as you get that text message. Great. So the features of INCA are missed call texting, which is what you just experienced. And whenever you call into a business, if they happen to miss a call, it will send a text message automatically from the business to keep their business and to keep them from calling up your competition. We have full business texting platform, reminders for scheduled appointments or reminders to come back in, and as well as coupons and things like that. We have analytics for the texting as well as missed calls, voicemail to email transcription, centralized voicemail, and then customer marketing tools so you can communicate with your customers through texting. So our customers are law offices, chiropractors, hair salons, and other. One of our biggest clients is Siegfried and Jensen. We found a lot of headway into personal injury attorneys, and we're growing consistently with them. So there is quite a bit of competition in this space. We found that there's a big problem with texting services for small to medium-sized businesses. So we have 24/7 answering services. The problem with this is generally the person answering the phone doesn't work for the company, so the responses aren't going to be very tailored to your problems. Weave is $400, $600 a month, and it takes a few $1,000s up front to get started, and they're specifically for dentists. Scipio is $99 a month. They don't have the missed call texting feature, and it takes about an hour to install. Bowtie is probably our closest competitor. They have missed call texting. There's no required equipment, so you can get started really easily. But for INCA, it's anywhere from $100 to $500 a month, and you can get set up in minutes. So it doesn't take a long setup process. We can set you up in literally 2 to 3 minutes. So cutting down that installation time makes it so sales are a lot easier, and it's enabled us to grow really quickly. And our main markets are lawyers, chiropractors, and salons, and a few others. So for our team, we have Jordan Collins as our founder and CMO, Ammon as our CEO and CSO, myself as the CEO, COO, and Doug Leonard as our CTO. Then we have 1 foreign developer and 5 salespeople offsite. And we are INCA. We're really looking for different methods to scale the company through distribution channels. We have a very generous compensation plan for our distribution partners and other sales methods. So thank you very much. Any questions? Go ahead.
For the SMS or text message service. Thanks. So for the SMS or the text message service, is this your own back end, or are you leveraging other technology for running the text?
So we're built on Twilio, but everything on the other back end is us that's built on top of Twilio.
Okay, so I noticed your price range was from $100 to $500. So do you offer different levels of functionality from that price range?
We do. So, for instance, with Siegfried and Jensen, which is one of our biggest clients, we have a lot of custom integrations that we've built out with them. So we'll build like custom webhooks, and they have 24-hour access to our developers. And so there's a lot of custom things that come in with that, and then there's also usage. So they use a lot more than other customers. Thanks.
So you had mentioned that you're looking for different ideas of how to scale. So what have you been doing so far to do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've been appearing on personal injury attorney podcasts. We've been to a few trade shows, and now we're really working on trying to build up our affiliate marketing and distribution partners. So that's what we're trying to focus on now.
It's interesting, your current markets you have listed for law and attorneys or salons or other. You mentioned other. I imagine this is a service that is widespread. I mean, any industry could leverage this solution.
Totally.
You're just focused on capturing those markets initially as
Right.
you begin to branch out into other markets?
Yeah, I mean, we've tried a bunch of different ones. So we had about, I think we had 10 sales our first 2 weeks. And with those, they were kind of all over the place. And then we've kind of found a niche with personal injury attorneys, chiropractors, and salons. For whatever reason, they've been a lot more easy to sell over the phone. When we first started, everything was in person, so we got a lot of like mechanics, and we had a lot of headway with mechanics, but they're really hard to sell over the phone. But we've kind of fell into, personal injury attorneys are really great to contact over the phone, as well as chiropractors and salons.
You mentioned the affiliate program. What is the nature of that right now? How is it structured?
Yeah, so we have, I can get into specifics, but we have residual payments based on leads that come in. We have, surprisingly, about an 80% close rate for demos. So if a business owner sits through a demo, we close about 80%. And anyone that closes, that comes in through an affiliate, then we give a residual payment to. So if you're interested, I can tell you more about that after this, or reach out to us at getinca.com.
So where did the name come from? Because when I see INCA, I don't think of texting responses. Just a question.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So we do have Missed Call Text as our Instagram handle. So we have other websites that we do use. So we have other domain names that we connect to that. But INCA, the Incans had a really interesting way of communicating. So it's kind of built off that. So I don't know if you've ever heard of like the Incan Road. So they would communicate hundreds of miles because they would have a network of sprinters. So they could communicate constantly, and we liked that method of communication. That's kind of why we chose the name. Yeah, great. Yeah, I think that's a great point.
Well, if there's no more questions, we have one more question for you, and that is, what can the 1 Million Cups community do for you?
Yeah, any ideas on scaling? I think the branding piece was great. Yeah, anything else we can do to build our sales force as well as build our affiliate channels and distribution channels would be great. Great. Thanks so much.